This is Hannibal back here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube. My second update of the day. Big news day today because yesterday we had Saturday night's main event, the NBC special. Tonight, both AEW and NXT have pay-per-views. AEW is in Phoenix, Arizona. NXT is still in Tampa. Tessa Blanchard, very popular here on this channel. There's lots of matches of her. She did not appear on yesterday's TNA taping in Brampton, Ontario, due to suffering a concussion the day before. So Blanchard, of course, former TNA men's champion and women's champion. And she had her big falling out with the company. Now that they're affiliated with WWE, I would definitely think she'll eventually be back with WWE. I don't know if she was ever signed to them, but she did appear for NXT in the past a few times. But wish her the best with her recovery. Drew McIntyre has apparently had some neck issues for a while, and it's been confirmed by several reports that the injury angle he did with Damian Priest yesterday in the match that he lost was to give a reason for him being hurt. The thing is, he already publicly said he was hurt before that match even happened, and he's known for not kayfabing ever, which nobody does, so I'm not blaming. He takes it to another level in some ways. But, I mean, the same day he has an injury angle, he's doing newspaper stories earlier in the day saying he's injured. And he literally said he's been working hurt earlier in the day. So it would have been better to, in my opinion, and for anyone that even likes to make it seem a little bit real, to have not said that. But he's the one making probably $4 or $5 million a year, not me. So that's just my opinion on it. Apparently, Jesse Ventura, who, I mean, he rambles a lot and he doesn't uphold a lot of the things that he said in the past. He always says he would never support anything about the two-party system. Yet he endorsed a candidate for the last election. But I guess last night, prior to the cage match between Priest and McIntyre, he had said that NBC would have never let a violent match like a steel cage match have ever occurred in the past. Of course, there have been two previous cage matches on Saturday Night Main Event, Hulk Hogan against Paul Orndorff in 86, and Hogan against the Big Boss Man in 89, which the main thing I remember from the 89 one was when Zeus was standing in front of the cage before Hogan came in and had like cuffs on his hands and like was smashing Hogan on the neck with these cuffs. I mean, to me as a kid, that was a huge thing. But the main thing is this is Jesse again, just saying stuff that is just silly because, of course, Saturday night's main event aired on NBC in the past and did have cage matches in the past. So saying this has never happened before is a little weird. Just like, I mean, he had said some other stuff on previous episodes. Like I think he had mentioned about bloody battles that Kevin Owens has had in the past in WWE when Kevin Owens hadn't been in a blood match in WWE. So I don't know. I think he's getting up there, so we'll cut him some slack. He's getting paid a lot of money to do that Saturday Night Main Event job too. Why they don't use Hogan on Saturday Night Main Event is beyond me, because he's the most synonymous with Saturday Night's Main Event. One interesting thing I will say, WWE, their Vault channel, has been putting out a lot of documentaries lately that have Vince McMahon featured prominently in them. So it seems like, I mean, it'd be pretty easy to just cut Vince out if they wanted to, but it seems like now at this point in the Janelle Grant case, even though it's still an ongoing case, they must be feeling like it's dying down a bit to be putting out like documentaries on wrestlers like Yokozuna, for instance, with Vince McMahon featured prominently in it. As far as the next Money in the Bank pay-per-view main event, it's going to be John Cena and Logan Paul against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. That's why the main event last night on Saturday night's main event had Cena and Cody Rhodes interfering. So to me, and again, this is just me, so now we're not going to see title matches between Cena and Rhodes and Paul and Uso at the next pay-per-view. It's just going to be a tag match. To me, I'd rather see title matches. To me, let's do the rematch. Let's get it out of the way. Cena against Cody. And then for Paul against Uso, I mean, I guess they're just going to drag this one out. I don't know. I wouldn't want to watch that tag match. For NXT's pre-sale tonight for their Battleground pay-per-view in Tampa, according to Dave Meltzer, NXT is about 7,000-ish, and AEW in Phoenix has about the same. The main event in NXT is Joe Henry against Trick Williams for the TNA title. Stephanie Valker will take on Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's title. And then in AEW, there's the Owen Hart finals match, not taking place in Calgary. Adam Page against Will Ospreay, and Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter. So it's weird that they're not coming to Canada this year, other than Toronto, and they didn't do the Owen Hart Cup finals in Calgary because there's been less WWE shows in Canada overall this year. I mean, they've been to what? They went to Vancouver for Survivor Series. They've been to Toronto for a pay-per-view for WWE. I know they're going to Montreal and Quebec City over the summer, but other than that, there hasn't been hardly anything for WWE in Canada. And AEW is bringing pay-per-view to Toronto All Out in September. So Canada, I don't know if it's because our dollar is so weak. A dollar Canadian is about $1.44. A dollar American is $1.44 Canadian. So it's definitely the ticket value in Canada for the same amount of people in the States is going to be a lot less.